That was a bad part of our life.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Isaac. I've been training Jiu Jitsu for 13 years. Since I was 3, now I'm 16. I've been training under Joel Gerson at Rev MMA Gracie Jiu Jitsu Toronto.
Isaac has been challenging from day one. He's probably my most challenging child.
One thing that was always interesting for me was the problems that his parents would have with him I never had.
He needed discipline. We were not good
Yeah.
at being disciplinaries.
I think with every parent-child relationship, it can be very combative, and it's hard sometimes to connect to your child. In some ways you have to discipline them, but sometimes you feel like you need to discipline them a certain way. It's hard because you don't always have the tools as a parent.
How do you give your kid the tools to get through that in life from that young age?
The unfair advantage I had is that I had jiu-jitsu to discipline him. So it's something that he liked.
When I was growing up, I wasn't the biggest kid. I was very small. In grade 6, when I went to public school, that was a really bad year in my life. I got bullied a lot.
So in these classes with the jiu-jitsu, they're actually learning to fight fire with water. And the whole point of the training is actually not to fight. They have the confidence to walk away, and their energy is not that of a victim.
It's really a parent's responsibility to teach their kids how to defend themselves. You must. We knew that was one of discipline, and he needed to know how to fight back, should he ever, God forbid, need to.
I don't ever start fights with anyone. I don't think about ever having a fight with someone. But if I do need to, I know I can protect myself, and I know how to defend myself. I know how to stop a fight, how to walk away from it.
The classes that we teach in the martial arts, specifically Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they're kind of a personality balancer. If a kid is too aggressive and loud, it calms him down. If a kid is too shy and in his shell, it brings him out of his shell. So wherever he is, it kind of brings him to a level of equanimity. So the idea is through the exposure to the training, because it's not always comfortable. Sometimes they deal with uncomfortable positions, but they have to learn to work through that, just like anything in life. Just dealing with these different positions, they learn to control themselves. And obviously there's the self-defense component and the bully proofing classes that we do that are amazing for the kids. But really for the kids, the benefit is sort of composure through exposure.
There was a couple years when he was younger that we just didn't give him a choice. We knew that he needed it. And so many kids, they want to quit things after a year, and parents listen to that. And we knew that we were committed.
If you want something for your child at a very young age, you can't let your child be the deciding factor on if that's going to happen.
Through these different stages of discomfort, which are very controlled and age appropriate and level appropriate, they get conditioned to control their emotions so that when they're in an environment where it's very difficult to control them, whether they're adults or teenagers, it's a skill that they can be super mindful in the moment and not explode and lose themselves to the instance.
If I could say one thing, would be that he became extremely resilient from being here.
Really he's like a model student. I use him to demonstrate on my classes. He's not overly aggressive, he's super calm, he's methodical, he's analytical, he's respectful. He's always very respectful towards all the training partners.
It really works. It works in all areas, mentally, physically. I know what happened with child number 1, and it's going to happen with child number 2 and child number 3. Just trust the process. It works.